A human woman stands in the middle of a large chamber, a mess hall of sorts, with many sets of tables and chairs filling its interior. She's poring over a map of the surrounding area with an elderly halfling, particularly focused on a stretch of forest to the west. Suddenly, the far-off scream of a man echoes out from the fields of grapevines that stretch out past the window. They both snap their heads towards the sound, with the human beginning to move towards the door. However, before she can get too far, the halfling grabs her wrist. "Leave it to the steel brand," she says. "You're not paying him for nothing." Outside and down the road a tad, our party has also heard this man scream. After meeting Diego, an interesting fellow to say the least, at Raiji's, now Kite's estate, they followed the arrow on the android tablet west out of Wakuzana. Around nightfall, the tablet sputtered out, some sort of powerful magic interfering with it. We cut to the party as they react to the scream, preparing to rush to the man's aid. You're probably 150 feet away from this light. The grapevines are too tall and it's too far away to get a good look at whatever has happened, but you are not infinitely, but you are much closer to whatever has just happened. It sounded like a man's scream of pain go out into the night than the other two lights.
All right, I'm going to immediately hand a elixir of dark vision to Renister.
Okay.
I'm gonna handle elixir of dark vision. No, do you have?
He does not.
Yeah, I'm gonna handle elixir of dark vision to you.
I have a light cantrip. That's okay.
You do. Yep.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll
honestly,
yeah.
You probably would have had that on already.
Yeah,
if you're
I guess in
moving
the dark. Yeah.
If you get a light cantrip, then I'll give it to him.
I would say now, as the fastest member of this party, I would like to cast Fleet Step and run towards this thing.
I have my shield and my whip out.
Okay, everybody can roll athletics.
Yes.
Eamon does not need to. He will auto pass this check.
Okay, can I warp step?
Yep.
Is it on a
Auto
hill?
pass.
Yep.
Oh,
Is it
man.
really?
Yeah.
Is it
This
downhill?
This is hills, yeah.
Oh,
not a
shucks.
lot, but enough to, yeah. I will let you roll athletics with +4 circumstance bonus. Absolutely.
Athletics to run?
You don't need to roll Diego or Eamon. You guys are just using your magic to auto succeed on this check.
My speed's like 60 now.
Just to verify, you're sticking with the light cantrip, right?
Light cantrip, yep.
Okay.
What's it on?
The end of my staff.
Okay.
Then I will
Perfect.
take the dark elixir of dark vision.
And I will too.
Okay.
You gave it to me, right?
I did.
Yeah, just as a little flavor, when it got dark, you notice my eyes just went completely black, and I can see in the dark.
Also, you're technically...
Are the stars out?
Yes. You want to
Do the thing.
advantage?
Rolling.
Okay. Sorry, Renner. So you have a -2 circumstance penalty to this because you are the slowest in the party with your new movement speed.
Okay. But +1 with that, so -1.
Yes, and with advantage.
Word.
Well, it's a fortune effect, so you roll twice, take the higher.
I hate this fucking game. Yeah, no. Fuck it.
Are you rolling twice anyway?
Did you roll twice, take the higher?
I did.
He
I
rolled
rolled
a
a
one.
3 and a nat 1. So
Oh, okay.
I'm using my coin. So if I were to use a coin, I just re-roll 1. Is that what I presume?
Yes.
Okay.
Can't get lower than a 10, though. So I don't think you can fail this check.
Well, I got 28.
Yeah.
I have +11 at athletics.
That's
That's
really
why I
good.
didn't want to fucking roll so goddamn low when I have a +11 in athletics.
Calm down.
Look,
No!
I don't know why you're so mad.
So
Because I roll like shit.
Well,
I will
especially in the
say-
episode I listened to last.
this is
I'm always salty,
not
boys.
something that you guys have seen. Obviously, Diego's new, so I cast warp step. So basically, when I'm running, the ground is kind of like warping and basically making it like a
Making him cover more
Yeah.
ground than he should, yeah.
just beneath my feet.
All of you, obviously
I
Diego
fucking hate
hasn't,
him.
but Eamon has cast Fleet Step many a time. He's quickly surrounded by this wind that bolsters his speed.
I like how all of you are like
I zoom
moving
off.
in unconventional ways, and I'm like,
Yep. And Renaissir just takes over as quick as he can, and
I tuck and roll, baby.
Phosphorus just rolls.
I would probably say something. Like I would probably say like, "Hello," because that guy could have literally
got
just
21.
sprained his ankle, stepped in a hole or
You
something.
do not, there was no response. You don't hear anything. I will tell you this, though. As you approach, you see 3 massive gray-furred wolves in between the grapevines. They are a good deal bigger than your average wolf, standing as tall as a horse. These things are massive. The limp body of a bald human clad in leather armor rests in one of the wolves' jaws as the other 2 move in front of them towards the direction of your guys' movement as they hear you approach. Why doesn't everyone roll for initiative?
so how far away is everyone? Because I'm assuming I'm...
Call Eamon 20 feet away. Diego 30. Phosphorus 40. You 50.
Yay.
If you failed, you would have been 100.
Yeah.
Tank.
Yeah. And The wolf with the man in his jaws goes first, and it sees all of you very quickly approaching, and it just takes off in the opposite direction towards the woods from you, and it covers 105 feet. These are massive and very quick. So it is pretty far away from all of you.
Okay.
Just through the grape.
Not
it
catching
drop
that
the
one.
man or-
Not catching that one.
Does it drop the man or no?
No, it still got him.
Does the man look dead?
Weirdly enough, no. He looks unconscious, which strikes you all as extremely odd for these wild animals
They got him.
to have a living but unconscious man in its jaws. And then one of the wolves that moved to defend goes next, and it will run up to Eamon, who's the closest. I did not think about that backfiring you. My apologies.
You're good. I
Sick.
mean, I figured me running off first
Yes.
and fastest towards something would put me in.
Yeah.
Crossfires.
It strides once, tries to bite you. 15 to hit.
That will not hit.
Nope. It will try again.
Bite for the light. Bite for the light.
15 to hit.
That will not hit either.
So like you say, you get the staff up and like wave the light enough for it to be disoriented as it snips at your ankles.
Back, you beast!
And then just at
I have a
the
chair and a whip.
just at the edge of the distance, you guys see crouched, what looks like in between the vines, a human man, crossbow in hand, very dark leather armor, basically just looks almost like a silhouette. Gloves on, falchion on his hip. Renister, you recognize this falchion. It knocked you out in your session 0. All of you except Diego recognize this man as Vasco.
Oh.
He aims at the wolf with the creature with the man in his jaws. And, that's a nat 20.
Woo, Vasco.
You usually roll pretty well with that guy.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I know. I felt it.
That's right. So you just one shot the wolf.
No, but he does bloody it immediately.
Sheesh.
So it sticks right into its side, and then he will shoot again. Not as good that time. That is a miss. The other one goes awry. JK, he doesn't shoot again. He has to reload.
Yeah, I was gonna
he
say.
strides closer, and while he's running, he reloads in the run. Definitely a miss, though. Yep. So he misses as the crossbow bolt just flies past it. And then we go to Renister.
Okay. I will. So, Eamon would have been 30 feet away from me, correct?
The closest one, the one that's at Eamon, is 2 strides away from you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll stride twice.
Okay.
Schwang.
Run up to this little wolf.
I'll trip it.
Okay.
26.
Why don't you roll a d6 worth of damage because you crit succeeded.
Woo!
So it takes damage as it falls.
What are you tripping him with?
My whip.
Your whip. Nice.
The
Well,
chain,
your chain.
right?
Yes,
Yes,
sorry.
it's a whip,
yes,
but it is a
my
chain.
normal chain whip.
Yes.
Not the bladed one.
That's
Yes.
so crazy.
Yeah.
You'd be so strong.
Yeah.
1. I didn't trip him too hard. I laid him down with my whip.
Already, yeah. So
Because you
Renister
care
runs
for
up,
animals. You're sensitive.
wraps the whip around the front 2 legs and pulls it, and the wolf just falls prone. It smacks its head on the ground.
Lightly.
To
To a
on the
daisy.
grass.
There's a daisy.
Diego.
Okay. So then I am just going to stride up to the one that Renister just whipped.
Yes. You do that. Absolutely.
And I will exploit his vulnerability.
Perfect.
You scratch his
Roll
belly.
esoteric lore. Hello, GM Jack here with another rules explanation. This time on exploit vulnerability, which you will be seeing Diego use a lot in fights moving forward. Essentially, depending on how well he rolls on his esoteric lore, he gains differing levels of bonus damage and knowledge on the creature whose vulnerability he is exploiting. Sometimes we'll state what that vulnerability is, like garlic for vampires, moon imagery for lycanthropes, or as Renister suggests here, belly rubs for wolves. Other times we won't, but the general idea is each time Diego pulls out some random thing from his cloak full of random things. Anyways, back to the action.
That is a 27.
It's a crit success.
Woo!
Wait, 28.
It's a crit success. So these do not have. So welcome to the thaumaturge stuff, guys. When you crit succeed, you learn every single weakness, immunity, and vulnerability something has. I will tell you it has none. So the only thing you can exploit is the personal antithesis or whatever, something basically you come up with on the spot, which is equal to 2 plus half your level, which would be 6. So you now deal 6 additional damage to this. as you exploit a personal whatever. What do wolves hate?
What do wolves hate?
Hit it with a cat.
A red hooded girl.
That was what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Was the Little Red Riding Hood.
It's going to be the lumberjack
Yeah.
or the hunter.
A grandma.
Yeah, whatever you want to pull
It's
out.
like, oh, look, a moon.
Okay, yeah.
Bow.
And then are you rolling to hit?
What?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So just normal +8. However, it is flat-footed from being prone.
So that is 23.
23 to hit?
Mm-hmm.
That's a crit because it's prone.
Sweet.
Yay.
Team synergies.
So
just roll the dice and double it.
just roll the dice and double it.
If you roll ones, you can reroll till you don't get ones. And then the guaranteed damage is just guaranteed, which I believe is 10 guaranteed. 4 plus your
What are you
exploited
attacking with?
weakness would be 6.
my cane
Sword.
I love the imagery of a farmer looking out his window and there's a magician running
Yeah.
through his
Yes.
field with a cane.
So you stab. It's a piercing weapon, I believe. It's a stabbing weapon.
Okay, so that's 7 times 2, 14.
Okay.
And it's,
What's your guaranteed damage right now?
I
I think it's 4.
think so.
Yes. And then you have
Why
the
is
weakness
that in
exploited on
other?
this guy.
I don't really know. Yeah,
So
so
6,
4
so
plus
10,
6, so
24.
10. So 24 damage.
Yeah, you stab right into it, and it is now bloodied. As there's where you stabbed and pull out with a flourish, there is a crimson patch begins to grow.
That is the end of my turn.
Amon.
How close am I to the wolf with the guy in it?
125 feet, I believe.
Damn, if he's only 5 feet closer.
120 feet. We'll call it. Theater of the Mind's rough, so we'll call it 120.
Because what I'm doing is...
was 5 feet away from my thing I wanted to
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Well,
You were? Because you were 30 feet away, so he would have been 135 feet from
It's fine. It's
yeah.
fine.
we do.
I was
Whatever.
gonna warp and then
Yeah, my bad. But yeah.
You see me sort of... I guess I'm holding a staff, so it doesn't really work, but I whip my staff in the air and fire starts forming around it. And I whip it, and this 60-foot long pillar of fire comes out and goes in front of the wolf.
I will tell you, you can encircle things.
Yeah, I'm not going to encircle it, though, because if he chooses to go through it, the man takes damage.
That's true. Very smart.
So
I'm
wolves
dumber
are
than
scared
you.
of fire, so they're
Yep.
trying to scare him back towards
I am dumber
us.
than you. Yes, correct.
Every other spell I have
I've
was...
saved the man.
Yep.
So this 60-foot long wall of fire appears in front of the wolf.
Yep. Even
It's 5 foot thick, 60 feet long, and 10 feet high.
Oh yeah.
even those of you who have not seen this before, have been in the party forever, have never seen Eamon do anything like this.
So it just lights
Very
up the
intense.
night. Yeah.
Yes.
Holy shit.
We are a
You
very
see
subtle
Vasco
party.
after that happens, take a quick look back at and he clocks all 4 of you. Anything else?
If
I think you have 1 action left.
no, I
That's
don't.
3 actions.
That's a whole turn.
Oh, you're right. It is.
That's
yeah.
why the range mattered so much.
Yes.
because I
Yep.
could not move closer.
Alrighty, yeah. So Eamon summons that giant pillar of fire. Peter.
Peter.
It's more of a wall, really.
So there are 2 wolves still here. They are 30, 50, no, 40 feet from me.
Yes.
All right, I will
They're 20 feet from each other.
stride.
Oh, quick question. Did you see that I changed the blast catalyst, Lily? Because you never use it. It's now a free action to put it in a bomb. Hey, Jack, you're in post with a quick reminder. If you don't remember, the blast catalyst, Lily, is a flower with white crystalline petals that Peter got back at the Jadun Elves, given to him by Senu specifically. As it sounds, it makes his alchemical bombs a bit better when he puts its petals in them, petals that regrow each morning. It hasn't come up in a while, so I just wanted to remind everyone what it is, where he got it, and all that jazz. Double splash radius adds additional dice of damage.
Does this still count as a reagent or?
Nope.
Oh, so I can
Just
do
as a free action, you just pop that bitch in there.
so I can do it with the enhanced fire, the white flame.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Then for my next 2 bombs, I will do that for both.
Okay.
Wait, that just increases area, doesn't it?
Area and 1 extra dice of damage if it hits.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll stride 10 feet closer.
Okay.
So my range is 30.
It is gonna
Which
be
one are you aiming at?
First, at the full health one,
Okay.
I'm going to use one of my free alchemist fires. 12.
Yeah, that misses.
Neat.
How much fire damage does it take?
4.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll throw another bomb at the one that's on the ground.
Okay.
It's going to be a rough season for this winery.
I'm lighting a field on fire, just like Phosphorus showed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned it from you, Dad. Big brother.
That is 16.
To hit?
Yeah.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. 16 fire damage, and it is a light with white fire. So you need to roll twice to get rid of that.
How much persistent damage does it take?
1 plus 1d4.
Okay, word. Perfect. Yeah, so Phosphorus starts chucking bombs. One of them goes awry at the one that isn't laying prone. The other one smacks right into it. This is your first time experiencing these fire bombs, Diego. You definitely feel like everyone has at first that when it hits the wolf that's right in front of you, it's going to hit you too, but it doesn't. It's very weird.
Why is that?
You're not here.
Well, he is.
Go home.
He is very
I'm
distinctly
literally right next
here.
to you.
Yeah. And then
Hey, that was me.
Jesus, dark out.
that the
I have a light on my side.
last
I have
wolf
dark vision.
who hasn't gone yet will run up to Diego, who has been biting his friend. I see you glaring at me, you motherfucker.
Biting
Sorry,
his friend?
I'm so dumb. You stabbed the other wolf. Yeah.
The weakness of a wolf is to bite it.
Exactly.
Wow. I'm
Gotta
rolling
show
awful.
it that you mean
14 to
business.
hit.
Wow. No.
Okay, well, it'll try
Sturdy
again.
suit.
And that's a 9, which will miss as well. So, yeah, it's biting at you, and you're fending off and ducking and dodging.
Do you mind?
The
Dive, duck, dip, dive,
wolf
dip.
in front of the wall of fire looks at it, turns around and sees everyone, and it will...
Go around it.
Well, it's a wolf. Where is it?
It can look to the left and
manifested
right.
in front of it.
Yeah, it makes its way to the right, like runs along the wall, gets just to the edge at the end of its turn. That's all it does. The other one by you guys that's bloodied will stand up.
Opportunity attack.
Yep.
And also,
Yep, give me that persistent.
5.
Stomping on this poor wolf.
28 to hit.
That's crit.
Ooh. So, what does that do again? I don't get those very often.
They do the
It's
dice
just
and
attack.
double it.
Yeah, double the dice.
John knows.
Add your guaranteed. If you roll ones on the dice, you can re-roll till you don't get ones.
Cool.
Because no one wants 2 damage.
So, double the dice, you said? Correct? Okay.
Yes.
So, 12, 18 damage.
Okay. But technically non-lethal.
Yep.
So you knock it unconscious. Yep.
But
We have a party pet now.
it's on fire.
Yep. It is on fire. So it might be not unconscious for long.
Not a party pet.
Yeah, well, that's its turn. Vasco strides. Well, actually, he'll hide. That's nat 20. Then he will
Fosco's gone.
sneak
Oh no!
and
You
reload.
killed him.
And then he shoots. That is another crit because it is flat-footed.
The wolf's dead.
The wolf is dead. As the wolf gets to the edge of the firewall,
Oh, thank God!
another shot comes out from the darkness of the grapes. That sounds like such a weird sentence. In
darkness
between
of the grapes.
grapevines.
I heard crepes. That threw me
Oh,
off.
well,
The darkness of the crabs.
and the crossbow bolt goes right through its neck and then through the fire and then sticks in the ground as the thing just drops dead.
There's still one wolf left, right?
Yes.
See.
And then it is Renister's turn.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that I was just doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Get over
Yes.
here.
Raise my shield.
Yes.
Swang.
Okay.
Shrang.
No.
Okay.
Swing again.
What was it?
It was a 2 on the die, so that would have been
Oh,
a 11. 14 to hit.
No.
Oh, if he was flat-footed, you would have.
Damn it. Oh, yeah, I forgot the fucking trip. Fuck. Oh, well.
Last action? Or you raise your
No,
shield?
I raised my shield.
Oh, okay. Diego.
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 What are you doing?
Diego.
Esoteric lore.
Oh, exploiting vulnerability.
Yes.
Word.
I really want Diego to release his own cologne line. Essence by Diego.
Essence.
Feel the magic of your scent.
That is probably not a crit success. It's a 21.
No, that is not a good success. But you really don't gain any benefit from crit success anymore because you already know.
Because I already know all the
Yep.
weaknesses.
So, yep, just 6 additional damage
What about
essentially.
the double weaknesses?
You pull out the red hood, the lumberjack wielding an axe wearing a red hood.
I
Yes.
thought it was the moon.
Yes,
That is the
just
moon.
The face is
Yeah.
just the moon.
The man in the moon was a lumberjack.
It's just Michael
Damn.
Jackson. Ow! 17 damage.
17 damage. Alrighty.
New characters.
So
Not
what
quite
are you-
bloodied yet.
What are you doing to this creature again? Like visually?
So many horrible things.
Like what do I see?
Yeah, I don't.
So I'm kind of
know.
confused.
You
What-
just stab it
Mm.
visually. You
With
do
his
see
sword?
him waving around some very just weird shit in front of it as well, though.
Mm.
Like magical things or like objects?
Both magical objects.
Well, I
one
do have
might
a
say.
book in my hand.
Yes.
And
Okay.
I'm just showing him pictures in the book. It's like, this could be you.
I was
So
just
I don't-
curious because by the end I forgot you were even stabbing him. I was like, what is
Yeah.
happening again?
Yeah. And then,
Let's
so
see
I did that
horns.
once. In the attack, I still get the esoteric lore on like,
Yeah.
the second
So the
attack
start
in
of your
turn.
next turn, then it goes off. Yeah. So you attacking again? Do you have one action left?
Yes.
Okay.
18.
To hit?
Yep.
Yes.
17 damage.
Yeah. Again, stab it right in the chest.
Basically, when I'm
Begins
fighting
to
things,
breathe.
I'm just like, I know everything about you. I know how I'm going to kill you.
Every
know
so
your
often,
past.
he
Yes.
pulls something out from his coat or his backpack that is just some weird
A
looking
red rubber
thing.
ball.
Yeah.
Won't one look like the horn?
Fetch.
Eamon, there is only one wolf. It is right in front of you. Diego appears to be speaking to it as if it can understand him.
The one in front of me is the one that he tripped and then
Yeah, there's two in front of
put
you.
unconscious. Okay.
No, like the other one came up. We were all by it. He came up to attack me,
Yeah.
and that's why he's.
Is there
right
any
by
way?
you.
Is he within 5 feet of me? Like opportunity attack if I run somewhere?
Probably not.
Okay.
You
I'm
probably
gonna
get past
run
him,
with
'cause he
my
went to
fleet
Diego,
step,
not you.
however far it takes, even if it's my whole turn to get up to the injured man.
It would be 3 turns. Yep.
Okay.
It would, or 3 turns. 3 strides. It would be 3 strides.
Except that would be, 45. No, 55, 55.
Yeah,
55.
I mean, Eamon absolutely tears through the field. You run right past Vasco. And the wind whips by him.
Zoom by.
If he had-
I'm a lot cooler than you saw me
If
last.
if he had hair, it'd be whipping around.
My cowl is whipping.
His
I put on
forehead,
the chin strap of my hat so it doesn't fly off.
his forehead wrinkles are fluster in the wind.
It is Peter's turn.
I will throw a blast catalyst with the fire. White flame.
imagine
I
you're-
burnt through this entire blast catalyst in this one round.
Yep.
Burn that dog.
Only 2 rounds, but yeah.
Yeah, that is 26.
That's a crit.
Hey, it is on fire.
How would you like to kill it?
As you guys are surrounding it, you just see a bottle just like fly by you, hit, and it just goes up in flames. And
Yep. It lets out a whimper and then a howl, and then it goes down. Other one's also probably dead because it was on fire and was unconscious.
now
got
there's a lot of light in this area, with the wall of fire and the 2
Do you keep the wall of fire up?
fires.
Eerily lit. I haven't. It stays for a minute. I don't know if I can choose to
You
take it
can,
away or
if
not.
you cast a spell, you can dismiss. I believe.
It just
Why not?
says a minute. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I think it's
Would it take an
I think
action
it's just
to
a
do that?
general. Yes, dismissing a spell.
That's why I wouldn't do it.
is an action. Well, we're out of combat.
Oh, yes.
Everything has been killed.
You're sitting there like, oh god, a minute.
It's a
So,
one
so the
action-
light immediately just like drops and it's
Yeah.
smoke, I guess. And
It's
confusion.
a one action activity. You end one spell effect or magic item effect. This may be effect you are allowed to dismiss as defined by a spell item. Dismissal might end the effect entirely. Oh, does it say you can dismiss it?
No.
Okay, then it's just up.
Oh.
It says dismissal.
Can I
this
cast
must-
dispel magic on my own spell?
Yeah, absolutely. This must be an effect you are allowed to dismiss as defined by the spell or item. So if it does not define that you can dispel it, you cannot.
Yeah. So it'll be up for a while, I guess.
Yeah, only a minute. That's not too bad.
I just don't want. Is it like visually spreading? Is this dry?
You
like
have
vines
enough
and grass and
control,
stuff?
and it is not a arid environment by any means. You're right by the sea, not
Yeah.
right by it, but very close. So
Misty and foggy.
yes,
And stuff.
so you it does not appear to be spreading.
Singes the trees it touches.
But yeah,
I would immediately just use my staff to cast second level healing on this man after I, of course, get him out of the jaws.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, he appears to be. I mean, there's a couple bruises on him, as if the wolves doesn't have any bite marks
They
from the wolves
punched him.
or anything. We'll just like ran into him, hit him. Yeah, came to the wrong side of town. Oh, man.
As we're walking towards it, I'm just gonna check the tablet real quick.
Okay.
It's
I'd
still-
link-
Yeah, not working.
If he doesn't look too bad, I'll just battle medicine.
He does not look that bad. No,
Okay, I'll
he
use
looks
battle medicine
like
on him.
stable and unconscious, which again is very weird
Okay.
because they on all accounts look to be wolves. You do those two other lights appear to have come closer now, like they made their way over too when all of this was happening. The other two people in the fields.
I would have linked up with Vasco by this point.
Yes, this is also happening.
Yeah.
Vasco's very far away. All of you are getting there around the same time that you
Oh, it
already.
just-
Yeah.
So,
Got
so
down my medical
Vasco's
kit.
headed that way as well. Then I
Yes.
I'm gonna keep an eye out on the. There's like a forest line.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep an eye out on the forest
Word.
line.
So like a doctor, I just like check all of his limbs and like kind of slap him awake a bit and tend to wounds, I guess. How much do I roll to heal him? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it changed at all.
Honestly, I don't think you can not get him to full. So we'll get him to full.
Okay, sounds good.
But yeah, you see
Pull out a plastic water
a human
bottle.
man wearing very similar leather armor. He's got a crossbow on his back to the man that was unconscious, not Vasco. Basic short sword on his side. Like I said, crossbow, leather armor, jet black hair in a top knot. He runs up to Vasco and he grabs him by the scruff of his leathers. Vasco does not seem too bothered by this. He just looks dead on at him and he says, "You fucking bastard, you used us as bait, didn't you? Say it, admit it, you used us as bait." And he kind of lets him cool down a sec and pushes him off. And Vasco says, "Yes." And then he walks over and he looks to you, Eamon. He says,
And the wall disappears.
"Good to see you again." Oh,
Good to see you.
Can't see you.
I'm just kidding.
But
I
yeah.
just look up
Is
from
he-
this
he
gentleman
looks-
I helped to like
Yeah.
a sitting up position.
yeah. He says, "He okay?" And the other dude runs over. He says, "Like, you care?" And he comes and he looks at you. He's like, "How is he?
He seems okay. Good to see you too, Vasco.
You know each other?"
A
This
little
is
bit.
the non-Vasco man. The non-Vasco man.
We've met a couple times, a handful of times.
All of you are over now. Vasco turns as this man is talking to you. Eamon turns to the rest of you. Vasco does. Nods in greeting.
Do we kind of get the air that there's some slight aggression?
I mean, you saw that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know how far away
You
I
were
was.
on your way over. You saw that. You
What-
heard it.
What seems to be going on?
What?
I take it that you will know this unconscious man?
Yes.
I look both
I've
at
been
kind of-
hired to take care of a problem.
What is the problem?
He looks to the wolves
The wolves?
and what's controlling them, or at least leading them. Good to see you two again. I'm Vasco. He looks to you, Diego.
Diego Roberts.
Hmm.
Pleasure is mine.
Wonderful.
Can I roll to see if I've ever heard of any wolves this size or things controlling them at all?
Yeah. Why don't you roll nature for be kind of two, one for the wolves, one for the.
Could it be Arcana for controlling animals? Like magically?
Yeah.
Can I recall knowledge?
I mean, do you
see-
want to roll about the wolves of this size, or do you want to roll about things controlling wolves?
I
Those are
care
two
more,
separate
I
things.
care more about I don't know much about creatures in the world anyway. So
Okay.
More about someone controlling them. It wasn't
Yeah.
a great roll anyway. I got 13.
Word. I mean, in general, there's a lot of things. Plenty of magic can influence creatures. There's a laundry list of things that can influence specific kinds
Yeah.
of creatures as well. So
That's what I figured.
you can always roll for recall
Yeah.
knowledge with anything.
Yeah, it would be specifically not about the wolves, but
yeah,
about
but about what
controlling,
can, yeah.
like, I don't know, behavior of like keeping up a person's body in.
Yeah, not killing it right away.
Yeah. 14.
14. Yeah, I mean, not a lot comes to mind other than like it's like I said, it seems highly weird.
Mhm.
Especially with everything you know, even things that influence animals and wolves, like normally wouldn't want something alive to begin with. Like it would be like, bring me something to eat. It wouldn't care if it was alive or not, unless it's like, I want it fresh, I guess. But
The guy that was hurt doesn't seem like he's one of.
the steel brands, no,
One of
he's
the steel
it's
brands.
from
Just a
what you
rando.
guys can guess. This human man that came up that isn't Vasco, he what looks like a pretty old, almost close to elderly dwarven woman came up with him. They all look to be wearing similar armor, don't have the same weapons. It's safe to assume they're probably guards of some sort or workers to whoever owns this field. Vasco was hired.
Vasco's the only one that looks like a steel brain.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just heard leather armor and I was like, a steel brain.
But yeah, he wakes up, the bald dude, and he looks to you, Eamon. He's like, "Thank you. Appreciate it."
No problem. Are you okay?
Yeah. They
Okay.
didn't.
Let's help you up.
But-
And I just
yeah.
kind of help
Yeah,
him
pull
to
him
his
up.
feet.
He
dust
seems
him
pretty
off a bit.
okay. The man gives him a shoulder anyways. He says, Sanjo, by the way. He extends a hand to you, Eamon.
Shake his hand. Amen.
Says,
These are my companions.
Sanjo, to all of you. This is Wes. The bald man nods. That's Vazel. The elderly dwarf grumbles.
Do you think?
Can I inspect the wolf?
Yeah.
See if there's any objects on him or anything.
Yeah.
I heard the term bait, so I looked to Vasco.
Why did you roll perception?
Do you think this wolf was taking this man
Yes, currently 3 people have gone missing.
to the spot in which its source is from? Whoever's controlling it? Is that why?
Yes, he looks around at the bit of scorched in the fields and the 3 guards already moving towards the main building. He says, let's talk more inside.
It's nightfall anyway, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's fine.
as you guys are making that way. You go through bodies. What'd you get?
22.
Yeah, looks like nothing on them. Just, I mean,
Wolves.
obviously there's the wounds of the battle, but nothing that would catch your eye.
How much gold?
Yeah. What kind of magic
400
items do they have?
platinum.
What about Renister and Peter? Anything you guys want to do specifically
Just
before you head
following
that direction?
Yeah, I'll just keep an eye behind us as we go.
Okay.
Just trying to see if there's anything watching us.
I would just keep the light on my staff.
I still have dark vision.
Yeah. You guys. Sorry, you do not see anything.
I'd burn a token if it was bad.
I'm gonna set the precedent that we don't use tokens on secret checks
Fair enough.
because it defeats the purpose of them being secret a little bit.
Okay.
Because
Or
you could have rolled good and
or-
there was just nothing to see.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Or can I just burn it without knowing?
I was just gonna say no on secret checks. However, I'm wrong. You do see something. I'm very wrong. Sorry. You see a very far off in the distance. Like you just catch it out across the night sky because it passes where the moonlight hits it. What looks like some sort, it's kind of just like a black smudge very far off over the forest in distance. Something is flying. It looks like not either tangentially or away from you.
Okay. I'm going to immediately point out something's flying up there.
Okay. Everyone
I'm
whips and turns
immediately
around.
pointing at everywhere I
The
see it.
guards are probably too far away to hear this. Vasco turns. He reaches into the side of his leather armor in a pouch. He opens it up and he extends a spyglass and he looks through it out. Why don't all of you roll perception as Vasco does this?
13.
22.
I'll burn a token and reroll.
15.
14.
Okay. Diego.
Yes.
As Vasco peers, everyone's kind of looking. You, as someone who is very well versed in people, just in general, you always kind of gauge the people around you to begin with. Whatever Vasco sees, his whole body tenses in a way of pure rage that would be. It's almost surprising how easily you could have missed it with how vivid of a response whatever he sees draws from him. He quickly quells it and puts away the spyglass, tucks it away. He says, well, yeah, we should talk more inside.
Sounds good to me.
I don't think we're catching up to that thing.
Should we worry about anything else coming after us?
Yes, but not currently.
I'd say pulling out traps.
Yeah, not
Okay.
immediately.
well, I guess we'll go inside. Do you have tea by chance?
I don't.
Well,
The proprietors might.
good enough for me.
Yeah. It looks like the guards had already made it there because you guys kind of stopped to see something. So they're kind of, you see them enter. You don't see them when you enter, though. Excuse me. Yeah, you make your way back to the main building and only building it looks like on the property. You enter into what looks like a large dining hall with many sets of tables and chairs. A slender woman with chestnut brown hair braided into a bun stands at one of these tables. She looks to be poring over a map that's laid out in front of her. It looks like you just catch the back of an elderly halfling woman leading the guards into a room to the right. But yeah, she looks up and in a look of complete and utter shock, looks at Eamon and goes, Eamon? You recognize this person as Marcy?
Hi.
Hey. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
It's our family vineyard.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it
you
is.
got my...
Yeah, I got.
It's good to see you. She runs up and she gives
Good
you a
to
kiss
see
on
you
the
too.
cheek.
I, as this happens, look at all of everybody.
Yeah.
And if I had a face that could get flushed, it would. And I just say, yeah, it's good to see you. I kind of just like
Yeah.
give her one arm
Give her a
hug.
hug. Are you here for Mr. Pilvar?
Kind of.
How old is this person?
Young adult. Well, not quite young adult. I mean, around Eamon's age. Eamon's not quite. Elves, it's a little weird. She definitely isn't like 18. Probably
Okay.
like late 20s.
I'm
She
kind of.
definitely isn't 18 yet.
Yeah,
so.
say that.
Oh,
say
that
that.
sounds-
Say that. Say that a little better.
You know what I meant.
She's definitely not
Holy
18.
shit. You know, yeah, you know what I fucking meant. But yeah.
I kind of give a look at Eamon again. And I'm like, just like sock him in the arm because he's getting like how flustered he's
I
getting.
just.
Yeah.
Hi.
Are these your... She nods to Vasco and she quickly, they exchange a couple like, you okay? He says yes. He goes and sits down at the table, starts looking at the map. She says, are these your friends?
Yes. These are some friends.
Hello,
Hello.
Diego.
I told you I was in Koi beforehand. These were the friends I was with in Koi.
Oh,
Not me. I'm new.
Not Diego. I met Diego yesterday.
gotcha. Okay.
This is Renister.
Do you all work for Mr. Pilvar?
no.
Okay.
Don't know who that is.
That's Peter.
Okay. Pleasure to
Who
meet
is-
all of you.
And who are you?
Marcy.
Oh, this is Marcy.
She gives a full bow.
How do you spell that, Marcy?
How do you
Marce.
How do you know each other?
We're dating? Do they not? She like gives you, she doesn't say anything, but she gives you a look that says a lot.
I, in my head, start to waver to instantly know the relational consequences. So I stand a little more proud.
Okay.
And I go, yeah, we are dating.
I just punch him in the arm again.
Okay.
I tried
You didn't
not to
tell
like
me, you son
move
of a
too
bitch.
much off the punch, but I still like get launched a bit.
Single tear.
Well, you find us at a strange time. I wasn't expecting to see him, and there's a lot of stuff. Want to grab a seat? You guys, I mean, we're pretty far from the city. Have you had a long travel? Food, drink?
We can explain a lot. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah.
I wish you were back in the city though. It's crazy out there. My friend Diego here likes tea. If you have any, if not, it's okay.
We have tea.
Oh, yes. I can't, if it's not a bother.
Yeah. We have tea. Of course.
Lovely.
She quickly gets it. There's like a little kitchen area. She gives some Fosco motions for you guys to come over.
I sort of whisper to Marcy, how do you know Vasco?
My family hired him to take care of whatever's going on.
Okay.
Are you okay? There was apparently quite a scuffle out there.
Yeah. Luckily, I have some pretty strong friends.
Well, one of them definitely looks it.
What did you tell us?
The other one's surprising.
When would he have a time?
Oh, I didn't think it'd come up.
I mean, we'd have had a very busy week.
I'm offended.
I don't think it's over speaking for you, Eamon. There definitely would have been time to tell Renister.
Months and months, in fact.
Yes. The rest of you probably not. But
Nope.
you and Eamon and Renister interacted the most out of the party during the downtime.
Sounds like you guys aren't the only ones with trust issues.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly.
But yeah, everyone's okay. And I think if you're talking about the wolves, I think they're taken care of.
Wolves are doing it.
Very, very large
Not anymore.
wolves. Yeah.
With it just Marcy and him are over
No.
by the kitchen.
No,
talking.
Phosphorus
Yeah,
didn't leave.
Phosphorus is- he walks out and he's like,
I'm like
with a
in the
bit of
cabinet,
cheese. Yeah.
I'm
So-
helping make the tea.
Yeah, for sure.
He gets caught in 10 rat
Vasco's
traps.
over with,
Not
I guess,
anymore.
Renister and Diego then.
No, I would have
yeah.
been.
Okay, yeah. He motions. I mean, I assume you guys went over when
Yes.
he motioned? Yeah. He says,
What was that thing?
Direwolf.
No.
No,
No.
the
This
flying
guy.
thing.
Oh,
No.
that is a bar guest.
Do I know
a
what
greater
that
bar
is?
guest, I think. Doesn't matter. He'll explain.
Oh.
I want to know. I got a nat 20. I'll
Perfect.
explain.
You explain the exact same time.
They
No.
are,
I'll explain.
I'll correct him.
They are gluttonous fiends that prey on humanoids eat enough of them until they are big enough and strong enough to return to hell.
Yep, he got it right.
They normally employ goblinoids and or wolves, namely goblins, hobgoblins, and bugbears. They can take on those forms as well. They normally have a goblinoid and a wolf form. I think it's safe to assume if it is taking things alive, it is wishing to return. Barghast have no innate way to travel between planes. Something or someone is assisting it, or it has found its own means back in a different way.
Did you have an inclination about this being the case, or was this just confirmation?
Yes, I am well versed with Barghast.
Do they have a weakness?
I rolled a nat 20. Do I know if they have a weakness?
A weakness?
I've already
Anything
won.
to exploit?
No. Normally they are quite impulsive creatures when it comes to feeding. This one, not so much.
I bet like fire, acid.
Oh, yes. They are evil, vile, wild creatures that are weak to the opposite of those two things. They're heavily resistant to fire.
Are they hardy creatures?
Yes, incredibly dangerous. This time, no one needs to roll. All of you are aware that there is a bit of seething hatred seeping out of Vasco that he again quells for a sec. By this time, Marcy and Eamon come back with the tea. She sets it down.
I would have heard this from the other
Everybody?
room with my
Yeah,
ears.
Yep,
Yeah.
for sure.
I hand Diego tea.
Thank you.
What is,
You're welcome.
What is
It's
your,
herbal. You won't
Huh?
like stay awake with it or anything.
What is what?
You've
I'm
mentioned
used
that
to
you
it.
have an experience with these things. How often have you come into contact with them?
Once, 15 years ago. I've done a lot of reading since then.
Take it was not a triumph over the creature?
I was the only one that lived.
I won't press any further.
I know it's the same one
Ah,
because I took its left eye.
I see. It probably doesn't, but what can be done? We were here in regards to something entirely different, but we could most likely be of assistance if you
Yeah, Marcy says once again, why are you guys here?
can't really talk about it.
He's helping me out.
Who?
He's helping.
Oh,
they're all
Anna's
helping me
you?
out.
Okay. What do you do for work?
Right now I'm traveling.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get from point A to point B.
Okay.
He's
Who?
he's a rat. Don't ask him many questions.
Wow,
I
just
don't
doesn't-
know if
really with the
He
obvious
doesn't like to
racism.
share information.
Everyone at the table is just like,
Hey, that was just straight up.
I mean,
Uncle
if any
Diego's
of
had too
you-
much tea.
Any of you can roll religion, arcana, or occultism to recall knowledge on like basically everything he's thrown at you.
Religion.
Obviously,
Crafting?
no. Diego, you can roll esoteric lore.
Nat 20.
Oh, that's really good.
15 on religion.
This whole time I've been like, never heard of it. All of a sudden I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, 22.
Well, this is more to like add more context to what you guys know.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
25.
Diego, Renisteer, and Eamon, you all know hell is where all of the fiends reside. I don't think that is a normal Pathfinder. That's how it is. My world, that main types of beings, main types of fiends being devils, demons, and daemons. It's located somewhere in the lower plane where a lot of the undesirable and nasty and evil, vile creatures are. And it does make sense that if this thing is trying to go back to hell, whatever it is doing has a probably high possibility of being whatever is disrupting the tablet. Doesn't mean it's the only thing. Doesn't mean it is, but there, out of everything you know, is a very high chance. Eamon, you also know that you only remember it because it was briefly in a book that you were reading in the assembly about planar teleportation, specifically going to hell. Everyone who goes to hell, whether they are from there or not, if you are entering hell through planar teleportation, you have to pay a tax of living souls. That is probably why it is taking things alive, because it needs payment, so to speak, to teleport back home.
Might be saying what's already obvious, but I've heard in order to get through hell by planar teleportation, one needs to bring in a toll, if you will. A toll of living souls.
Does this mean he potentially has other living captives?
You said
He-
3, right?
We have, yeah. Marcy says we have 3 missing so far.
But it does not. Maybe one of you, Vasco or Eamon, can fill me in on this. Are they able to store souls in some other ulterior way, or are they
Well,
living captives?
From what I understand, Vasco says this now. With Wes, they tried to take him alive. I would assume it is not beyond their capabilities to just keep someone alive until needed. I'm not saying that is what they're doing. They could have a way to store souls.
And time is of the essence, it seems.
Yes.
Do you have I'm saying this to Marcy specifically. Do you have a safer place to stay?
Hmm?
Do you have a safer place to stay?
For me? For you
Yes.
guys?
For you.
Is here not safe?
It's very close by to where this creature last acted.
I'm more worried about you. I hope you're not thinking of helping Vasco.
I might be of some use.
I don't
can-
think it's going to want to talk to you, Eamon.
I can help treat wounded. You know that. I don't know.
You're right.
More than what they have now. I don't know. I'm not saying it'd be safe for me either, but
Well, I don't. It doesn't feel right for me to leave our workers here.
that's fair.
And so far, she looks to Vasco. She's like, no, they've been taken from the fields, I believe. No one's been working since the first 3 were taken.
It may be of the best interest to evacuate anyone you can from the area.
Yeah, she looks to all of you. She says, if you guys think that's best, we can
Would
head closer to the city.
potentially be fuel for the kindling for this thing. So the less innocent and not capable of fighting this thing off should definitely clear out of the area, I would say.
Makes sense. Well, if you feel as if you will be of benefit, obviously you are your own person, Eamon, she says. Just know I'll be very worried.
It wouldn't feel right to let my old friends go with something like this if I knew I could offer some sort of help. I know you would do the same.
Vasco says 28,000 gold is what the Sarman family has offered to pay me. I will give all of that to you if you assist me on this.
Deal.
He looks to the other 3 of you.
I do say I would take that.
I was going to be involved either way.
You said,
I was
to clarify,
just here to help the innocent.
it was 28,000.
We're noble souls.
Yes.
Yes,
You and
Lump
I.
sum.
better souls. You
Not
might say.
individually.
Better
To
than them.
8,000. Yeah.
Morally.
I guess I could
No.
go for that price.
Factually,
Sorry, did I say 28,000?
you
Yes.
I meant to say 2,800.
Yeah, no, you
Too
definitely
late.
said 28,000.
I did not say
You
Too
wrote
late,
an
too late. No
extra
takesies,
zero.
backsies, no takesies, backsies.
I apologize.
We
I'll-
could buy our own fight.
You can write us a check.
The fiefdom of Amun.
Yeah, to clarify, 2,800 gold pieces,
deal.
Deal.
not 28,000.
Well, take it or leave it.
We're
27,000.
buying the vineyard.
Let's
We'll
just
pay you
split it in the
28,000
middle.
to let us assist you.
What?
He strikes a hard bargain.
That's coming out of your money.
But
Right.
yeah, Marcy
Loan debt.
Marcy kisses you on the cheek one more time and then says, if you need anything else, you can just get stuff from the kitchen. I'm going to go check on everyone else. Tell everyone we're probably going to be leaving in the morning, if not
Yes.
tonight.
I do morning.
I would
Thank,
say morning.
thank you, madam, for the tea.
Mm-hmm. There's
Yes.
more. She tells you where the tea is and where to brew it.
As she
Bow.
walks away, I just kind of catch her by the hand. She turns
Yeah.
around and just say, please
Milady.
be careful.
You too. Don't do anything reckless.
I'll try.
She goes away.
Can you
Vasco,
feel
yeah, Vasco, Vasco without
Imagining you in like the underclothes you have, seeing that with the loot.
Vasco without looking up, waits as she walks, hears her gone. He says, she doesn't know you can do magic, huh?
Yeah, I was about to say that. She doesn't know
She
about your talents.
knows. She knows I help out at the assembly sometimes, studying things, but that's
Fair
about
enough.
it.
Never been one to judge.
So are we hunting it or are we setting a trap for it?
Right to business.
We need, if we kill it while it's not where it's taking these people, by the time we find them, they might be dead.
So hunting it.
Yes. It will recognize me.
Do you want me to change what you look like?
No, I
Okay.
want it to. He takes off his leather pants. He's wearing long johns.
Ah,
He pulls them
please,
off.
not here.
He spills his tea. Oh,
She'll be
He
back at
shows
any
you
time.
a very deep scar across his left leg of a bite mark. He says, "It gave this to me. I like still gets the shake sometimes. It
Now-
knows me by name. It killed all of my old platoon, my old company. Allow me to be bait. It won't kill me. It
Why?
will want to torture me. Well, one, it
see.
needs souls, but two, I think it will relish in the fact of getting back at me.
Are you sure it may not take a risk this time, considering the damage it's done to you've done to it?
If it kills me, as long as you can follow it back to where it goes and kill it, fine by me.
I will say that you are more useful alive than dead.
Everyone is. I don't care, Renister, but I appreciate it.
I don't think of it as a emotional reason. I'm talking practically. The more people we have to fight this thing, the better.
Well, yes, I would not want to die, but if that's what it takes, so be it.
out of game. Can you read a? Did he give a physical description of his character? Or this character, sorry, this monster.
No, he did not, but I can physically describe it to
I would
you.
ask, yeah, just like,
Yes.
so what does this creature look like? I didn't see it too well in the dark.
He would say it looks a little bit bigger than the wolves, not by much. So still only a large creature. It's covered in black fur. It stands on all fours. Has a sickly green goblinoid face, deep scar over a closed left eye. Moscow took that eye or wounded it. 2 large bat ears sprout from the side of its head. Pair of wings, also reminiscent of a bat, big enough to get it in flight on its back. Razor sharp teeth normally. That's the gist of it.
Do you want to leave as soon as possible or get a little bit of time to recuperate? I totally understand both methods, but I know time is of the essence. But
I mean,
do you know what a 4th level spell slot is? Do you know how many I have?
Personally, I would say that it would probably be better if we did not go half-cocked into an area against something that could be potentially this dangerous.
from my understanding, I don't think, from what I heard from Marcy, they have not acted during the daylight yet. So we could possibly get an early start, head some ways into the forest.
Get closer.
Yes, you don't have to follow it for as long. To any of you, how confident are you guys in your tracking ability?
I'm pretty confident.
Is there any way for you to know where I am?
If I get your scent, I can follow you.
I
Okay.
can know
Hell,
exactly
can I-
where you are, how healthy
Actually-
you are, where you are. I can know everything about
You were close enough. Do you recall? Does this have any strong scents?
Yeah, he says, 1,000-yard stare,
Describe it.
death,
Anything more? Rotting meat.
acidic, rancid, like a wet dog.
Okay. I'm going to. How close? Do you know if the Barghast has to be close to assume control over the wolves, or to actually?
I
control
don't know. From my understanding, Barghest holds no magical sway. It can just become a wolf and interact with them. So I think they have been persuaded, so to speak, to follow it.
If you guys want to follow me out, just in case it's still around, I'm going to see if I can actually catch its scent.
I will come with.
Okay. So are we
Because-
going tonight?
Well, I was say if I can get its scent, I can at least tell us where it's going. And I can do this multiple. I can do this multiple times.
Yeah.
Actually,
Just to quantify, it was very far away in the air.
I know.
So, like, you can catch its scent tonight. If you're not going to follow it, it's kind of pointless.
It's going to be gone by morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Well, that or, like, you'd also just have to find it again in the morning,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going to be traveling out there anyway, been resting. We might as well see if we can catch the scent.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm not really sure what you think the benefit would be to finding it now if you're not going to follow
That's
it.
fair.
Because you
Well,
just have to find it again tomorrow.
Are we sleeping, or are we just going out now and then camping?
Sleeping here, I'd imagine. I doubt they would take the risk to attack here twice.
I imagine it'd be safer to sleep here.
Yeah. Well,
And the answer to your question for you is bait. Did you ask if we could if we had any way to know where the creature is and how it's
Me.
doing, or no? You? Yes, I can. I have a spell that.
oh.
She comes running back into the room.
Yeah.
What's that?
Hey,
Spell?
what did he say? No.
Smell. I
Yeah.
can smell you. We're talking about scents.
He nods.
You think I'm smelly?
Is there room for error in this magic?
No.
Magic? He says, he realizes he said it a bit loud.
Who's talented at survival or tracking?
Me.
One might say I'm an expert.
Well, if you...
Well, I will be tomorrow.
Well,
Because I can make an item that you can track by sense and actually increase your tracking capabilities.
Perfect.
God damn it. Yeah.
I do have to wait till tomorrow, but then I will be an expert in the
Limitations
field.
of magic.
So I think current idea, get some rest, see the other folks off in the morning, make as much progress into the woods until we find a good defensible spot, wait for them to find us, or if the scent thing works out, maybe we can catch them unawares.
Quick question for you. This is not pertinent to our current expedition, but it was partially the reason that we were out here. You didn't see anything else odd in the area, did you?
I have not.
Anything out of place? Nothing at all?
But whatever is doing this, well, not Barghest obviously is. Whatever, whoever is helping the Barghest, or whatever means of travel back the Barghest has found is an unknown. So that's the only thing I'm cautious about.
I see. Then,
Only because I don't know what we're dealing with on that end.
full disclosure, this might coincide with why we're out here. I'll explain more as it sees fit, but I don't want to cloud
Yeah.
overload with information that's not pertinent at the moment.
I trust your judgment. If you don't think I will benefit from knowing, fine by me.
Certainly.
Did you make any more of that tea? Is there
Yes.
enough for two? Okay. He sips a cup.
Eamon, are you making more?
Sure. Would you like some more?
Yes, I would love
You've
some
drinking the
more.
whole thing.
Yes.
I go
Yeah.
stoke the little fire in the kitchen and make some more tea.
Make some more tea.
Hard cut
Sure.
to Diego with a tie around his head. Ah!
After that, I would
Sweet.
go help
What
Marcy
is tea?
with the evacuation.
It's very, very
if she's doing
right
any of that
to-
right now.
Yeah, she basically would have just told everybody.
Just
It
give
looks like
word,
there's
yeah.
about 10 workers, the 3 guards. She would have just told everybody they're heading into the Tawakuzana for the evening, or not for the evening, tomorrow morning. They get there by nightfall. Yeah, everyone would just be packing up their stuff. She's in there. Yeah. I mean, not much. I guess you can help people pack up if you want.
Yeah,
but not
just-
much to help out.
Just be around and help a bit
Yeah.
before I go to sleep
Yeah.
in my own space.
Okay, cool.
Have I been here before ever?
Not here, no.
Okay.
You probably would have visited some of the vineyards before. They're pretty similar.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So where did Eamon go off to?
They have like guest
I'm not alone.
rooms.
I'm not alone. I'm not alone.
They have guest rooms. All of you would have your own room.
I'd go
In
to
a
I'd
wing
go
of
to
the
his
mansion.
room. while he's
Yeah,
in there.
for sure.
I'm not mad.
Good. Sleep tight.
Are you not going to talk to me?
I mean, do you hear the door unlock? If these medieval doors have locks, and,
Yeah, they'd have locks.
Okay. the click of a deadbolt.
It's somehow dramatically raining inside. Can you let me in?
That's me. Sorry.
God, step back 2 feet. God.
I just let you in and offer you a chair.
I awkwardly sit in it. I'm like a little bigger than what's comfortable, but why didn't you tell me about her?
I mean, it wasn't something I was. Well, I mean, I guess I was hiding a bit, but I mean, honestly, just didn't seem like it'd be very interesting to you from what our conversations have held the past couple months.
Why would you think that?
I mean, you can tell, like, out of game, you can see, not out of game, but like out of character.
Out of game,
out of game, I'm offended. No. You can see Eamon looking a little like frustrated, but not quite sure how to get his point across. He goes, well, I mean, what did we talk about every time we met up and sat down the past few months? It wasn't really two friends catching up. It was two associates talking about work.
We have a mission ahead of us, but
And that's fine. So it just seemed like whatever happened to me outside of that didn't seem like you were concerned a whole lot, which is okay. And obviously with the danger we have in our lives, the less she knows about this, the better. And I figured the less you guys knew about her, the better. I don't know.
I can understand that you'd want to keep a level of distance from what we're handling. It's very unpleasant business that we're doing. And I apologize for how I've been absent as a friend. I still very much care about your well-being. If anything were to happen to any of you, I don't know what I would do. But hopefully Raiji is safe. I'm sure he is. He's capable, but to me, I am... Well, you see how I fight. It's to be out there to avoid you all getting hurt. And I'm sorry if I have closed up. I just have a lot going through my mind at the time being.
I understand. It wasn't... I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad at the whole thing.
I feel that.
Things started to, I don't know. While we got to Wakuzana and you dove into your thoughts about Kubo and thoughts about Koi and the bandits and the people that were killed, both enemy and friend, I tried to not think about it at all. And as much as I was happy to help you and help myself with the mission we're on, every time we talked, it seemed like it kind of brought that reality back home. Maybe I was living in a fantasy world of, meeting a girl and getting a semi-normal job and living a semi-normal-ish life for the first time, but I really liked it. And the past week or so, it seems like that's kind of coming to an end again, or at least it has the potential to. And so I'm not angry at you. I'm just angry that however close I get to, I don't know, finding happiness in the normality of life, it doesn't seem to want to stay too long.
I can understand that. I won't deny that. I'm envious of that. I don't regret my vows or who I worship. I think it is the most important thing I've ever taken part in, but every time I close my damn eyes, I just see that fucking puppet. It's a monument to my failure. So, not to bring up old wounds for you, it's just not something I can part with.
Eamon's eyes are a bit watery, and he's just like, yeah, not just your failures. And I don't know.
I don't want that to happen again.
I know, and I'm worried I made a mistake.
No.
I kind of whispered, not a past mistake, but getting close to someone like Marcy. I didn't go seeking it, but she could end up just like Kubo. And
You're
it's-
allowed the happiness, Eamon.
Yeah, but something happening to her scares the shit out of me.
I understand that.
Anyway,
Well, if it's worth anything to you, I try my best to protect your happiness.
thank you. That means a lot. I think it's best she doesn't know any more than she needs to about me. just for the sake of
I
if
would-
something
I
is
wouldn't-
targeting me. I don't want her to know.
I wouldn't put her in harm's way or anxiety like that, so I will keep any mention of your talents or anything that involves our time in Koi at a very bare minimum.
Thank you. I would kind of like wipe my eyes a bit and just like sniff and walk towards the door and kindly open it, not like making
Get out,
making
Dad!
you leave. Now get
Yeah.
the hell out of here. And then I just give you like the one of the more awkward hugs you've had in your life.
I give a big dad bear hug back. Maybe your back pops.
Oh no! Crack his
And
back.
then- kind of when I part,
Lightning
That-
shoots out of my ass.
that like cold seriousness drops for just a moment, and there's kind of like a deadness in my eye, and I just walk out.
Cool. So that was happening. Diego and Peter.
Tonal shift.
So,
You were sitting in the dining hall.
so let me get this straight.
Playing blackjack.
You use magic, but you hate the establishment of magic. And you lived in the city for a while, but you have no home and you own a tent.
I don't know why the tent sounded like the most incredulous thing in that list.
Because it makes it seem like you use the tent inside the city.
Oh, yes. Well, yes.
How much-
Sometimes I just like the atmosphere of a tent. you
I'm
know?
sure you do. How much money do you actually own?
Currently,
On your person right now.
on my person right now,
Yeah, how much money do you own?
specifically gold.
Stop trying to buy for time. How much money do you have?
You probably have some money on you. I guess we never really went over that.
No, we didn't.
I mean, I don't. Not a lot, is right? I think that's safe to assume.
I must have misplaced my wallet at home.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
You know, that Eamon guy, I do believe he's a swindle. He's a pickpocket.
Oh, is he really?
Yes.
That's amazing. Thank you for telling me that.
Might have taken it.
Really?
Yes.
That's strange.
So when you see me taking his gold purse, don't question it.
As long as you give me half.
Oh no!
They're already friends? Are you kidding me?
As you guys are having this conversation, both of you are sitting kind of not quite facing each other, but both of you have a side angle to the main door. That has, it's basically slightly ajar from everyone coming in. You see it move ever so slightly open a bit more, as if something has just like squeezed through it. You see nothing.
If I see that, I'm going to immediately throw a lightning bottle at it.
Okay, go for it.
That is...
Well, okay. First, it is concealed technically. Was that a good roll?
25.
Okay, word. Make a flat DC 5 check to pass the concealment check.
7.
Okay. 25 to hit.
25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So he's flat-footed.
Yes.
Whatever it is. Deals 10 lightning damage.
Okay.
I know you're there. The next one's going to be fire.
You say that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. You say that. You hear in your mind. Yeah, well, that's rough. Just this like dark muttering over and over. Seems like a language. You don't know what it is. It's clearly telepathy. Something's talking to you, but you don't understand
I'm
the
saying
language.
something's in my mind. Something's here. I throw another thing of fire.
How loud is the lightning in a bottle?
Yeah, you guys.
Oh,
as you
it's-
open the door, you start to go out. You hear a crack, and then the sound of lightning.
Shields out.
Okay.
I run towards it I grab my
Diego, are
staff
you
from the
doing
wall.
anything?
Yeah, I would do something. I just assumed we were going to roll for initiative.
He is throwing a bomb. Is there anything you would like to do of an equivalent?
I would just like to activate my mirror
Okay.
Finish
to
your
the
tea.
other side.
Yeah, you
So-
can get it to the door. Door's not super far away. 15
Yeah.
feet, right?
So
Why
be
don't you
able to
describe what that looks like too?
flank. So I have like a gold pocket watch that I flip open, and one of the sides is just a mirror, and it like you see it just like reflects, like light shines, and I'm suddenly over there, like 15 feet away by the door, and
fuck.
where I was at the same time.
Yeah, he's also in both places.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a perfect
Yeah, why doesn't everyone roll for initiative?
Do I know if Marcy's in the building?
Oh yeah, everyone's in the building.
I would
Yeah,
not be
that's what
running
we-
towards the problem. I'd be running towards Marcy.
Fair enough. Peter, Renisteer, you rolled the same. Which one of you wants to go
He
first?
gets to go first.
Okay.
I'm wearing plate armor.
Okay.
He's also in the room.
Diego goes
Yeah.
first.
Cool.
There is clearly. It looks like now there's. It almost is as if there's something like flapping incredibly quickly that is disturbing some of like the dust that is in this entryway. This just propped open. This slit open door entryway. There's something hidden to you right now. Very clearly now it's invisible.
But can I
you can target it. It's just concealed.
But I can't see it.
You cannot see it. No.
Okay.
So it's a if you want to target it with something, it's a flat DC 5 check unless what you're doing requires vision, like you to see the target because you technically cannot see it. What are you trying to do? Would I ask that?
Well, my exploit vulnerability is I have to see it.
Oh yeah, I don't think you could because it's invisible because you technically don't know what it is to exploit. So I don't think you can exploit the vulnerability. Which makes sense.
What I'll do is I will from the other side, the dining hall side, I will Cyburst. So it has to make a reflex save. 17.
14 is a fail.
Okay. So it takes
Also, clarify
damage.
mechanically, every time you do something visually, both of you do it. It just originates from one of you. So they are exact mirrors of each other.
Yeah, but this
Phosphorus
one
keeps wiping his eyes.
this one kind of doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Yep.
I just think angry thoughts at it and it
Yes.
takes damage.
Yep. Correct.
I love magic.
Do you know how many dice you're rolling?
It's
Okay.
3d4 is what it.
Oh, no, 4d4. You're
Oh.
level 7. At third level and every 2 levels thereafter. It basically scales like a cantrip. It's 4d4. However, it's bludgeoning damage, so like the psychic energy hits it physically.
Yes.
Are you also counting it for flat-footed for attacks?
Yeah, this is a save, though. He rolled the save.
But yeah, I am flanking it with my mirror.
Well, you're not. You can flank it with your mirror. It's just you are not in the position to flank it.
That's true.
Yes.
Your
Your double can act as a flank for you. The question is, which one's your double and which one's you?
yeah, that is
I
9.
shoot them both.
I'll do both.
It's 9 damage.
Okay. Something now audibly lets out like a... That's 2 actions. Cyburst is only once per round.
That was only 1 action.
Mirror.
I did that before initiative.
Oh, you're right. Correct. I'm dumb.
So I'm just gonna try to stab.
Okay, yeah. Go for it.
Do I have to roll
Yep,
concealment thing
yep.
every time? Right? It's a 5. Yeah. Ah. Well, I'll use a token. There we go. Can't get less than a 10. 18.
Yep.
10 damage.
Okay. So you clearly stab into something, and you see a bit of like greenish black blood drip from the end of your blade as you pull it out.
Well, I think I can rule out Mossy now.
And then,
And then I'm gonna attack again
okay.
because I got one more action. I don't hit that one.
Okay.
No, you know what? I'm gonna use my other coin.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Remember, it's 10.
Yeah.
Oh
10
yeah. So
hours.
I literally can't because that
Cool.
was just the concealment.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what?
I was just for the concealment. 'cause
Oh,
he's
so you
concealed.
re-rolled the concealment check.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
It's not the
Yeah,
hit.
meant to hit.
Okay. That is. Oh yeah, because it's my first one. 19.
That hits, yep. How would you like to kill it?
Well,
you can't see it. So
yeah,
it's a
I
bit
don't
rough.
know.
But you
I-
definitely kill it. It's got 3 health.
Yeah. Well, I stab it somewhere and it dies.
Yeah, so
As long as you keep your sword on it, we got it.
Yeah.
Stab through it, and it like you stab, and it sticks into the
Ooh.
wood of the door.
That
And
felt vital.
I assume the one of you that isn't stabbing it at the door shimmers away.
Yeah.
as one of them will go away.
Hmm.
Normally that happens at
Yeah.
the start of your turn, but combat's ending.
Because I was
so-
stabbing from the other.
Is this thing still invisible?
No, it will become visible.
Okay.
I will tell you what you see. You see a 2.5 foot tall creature with the bottom half of a fly, 3 pairs of razor sharp mandibles on its torso, in the top half a fat human man, a pair of fetid insect wings on its back, slimy black moppy hair on its head, 2 compound insectoid eyes, 4 additional mandibles stretch out of its mouth as it's like in this death. The party now has a lead on the source of magic that's disrupting the tablet, a Barghest attempting to return home, to hell. But does this Barghest have help besides the wolves? What is this strange creature Diego has just skewered? Eamon's had a secret girlfriend this whole time? All of this and more, next time on Dying 5.
If you enjoyed today's episode, consider leaving us a review on whatever platform you listen on. We'd love to hear your feedback. And if anyone in your life just can't get enough tabletop RPG action, send them our way. If tabletops have taught me anything, it's that good stories become great ones when you have some folks to share them with. And as always, thanks for listening.